We'll turn our attention to the south-south part of the country now. The residents of Ikarama community in Yenagoa local government area of Bayelsa State have been protesting what they say is the incessant harassment by Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, the NSCDC. Their protest has been informed by the arrest of a lady and the shooting of an indigent of the community.
These are the people of Ikarama community protesting and chanting solidarity songs in Yenagoa local government area of Bayelsa State over alleged harassment by NSCDC in the community. For the people of Ikarama, being an oil-rich community is turning out to be more of a curse than a blessing. They claim the latest incident happened in the thick of the night when gunshots were heard. The incident left one indigent injured.
Around 3 o'clock in the night, I there for us, I hear gunshot boom. 2 times, now come at gunshot. I said, what did happen? When I come check, I see boys them. They say, my brother, don't fall down.
We got a signal. You know, normally we have a community vigilante group on ground in the community because of incessant issues that have been happening in the community. So the men were on ground, they saw a strange van going out and they discovered that a woman was in the van. So they went out to ask the security man what is actually happening, what has happened, let us know what is happening. What they got in return from the civil defense men were gunshots directed at the youths.
Defending the actions of the NSCDC, the commandant, Mr. Godwin Wachuku, insists that his men were only carrying out the legitimate duties.
Sometime last week, Egypt oil pipeline was vandalized. Late last week too, Shell's oil pipeline was also vandalized. We put out our arsenal to monitor what actually happened. And there are suspects that are being marked so that we can now ask 1 or 2 questions. Then one of them happens to be the one my men went to the house to ask him questions. In the process, he escaped. So in order to scare away them, maybe that's when they release the shooting. That is in the air. I don't think they shoot any human being.
Although the NSCDC has released the only woman arrested during the incident, an uneasy calm lies in the community following allegations of persistent harassment against the residents by the Defense Corps.
It's over 2 decades since the late environmental activist Ken Saro-Wiwa and 8 others were executed for allegedly masterminding the gruesome murder of Ogoni chiefs at a pro-government meeting in 1994. The incident under the then military administration has been described by the people of Ogoni land as injustice against persons who engaged in a non-violent struggle. Our correspondent Emmanuel Ireye reports.
It's a drive to the ancient town of Bani community in Kana local government area of Rivers State. The traditional music of the people plays in the background, reminiscent of their culture. The locals are mostly farmers, while some rear livestock. And the youth, men and women choose on this day to remember one man they consider to be their hero, the late writer and environmentalist Ken Saro-Wiwa, and 8 others who were convicted by a military tribunal for alleged murder and hanged. His grave has become a mecca of some sort. They even have a sculpture of what is known as the Ogoni nine. And in his country home, the people and family members still mourn the late founder of the movement for the emancipation of Ogoni people.
The goal he wanted for that. What was left was for us living, those who are living, to actualize it. Nobody has a share to come and take oil. Or friend will come and take oil. Say, come and take the oil, but first, discover the people.
Beyond mourning, the people take their appeal to the Court of Appeal, singing and dancing to drive home their demand.
Let the court set aside the judgment of 1995 that led to the death of Ken Saro-Wiwa. Because 1, that judgment was given wrongly, and we believe that setting aside of that judgment will be what Ogoni people and the Northern Niger Delta and Nigeria will be happy.
While the people hope that their case will be heard, they also look forward to justice on the pollution of their environment by oil companies. Emmanuel Ere, Channels Television News.
And now to Ekiti State, where classroom infrastructure is being upgraded in public primary and secondary schools as part of efforts to revamp the state's educational sector. According to the state governor, Mr. Ayo Fayose, it's the right of the people and students to be taught in an environment that's conducive for learning.
From taking a gift is that if you do...
Education is an important aspect of nation building. In Nigeria, the sector is confronted with several challenges like inadequate infrastructure and funding. To this end, the Ekiti State government is distributing furniture to selected primary and secondary schools in some parts of the state.
To our co-existence and the future of these children.
Governor Fayose kickstarts the distribution, and the children erupt in cheers as their school is set for an upgrade.
Things like this in civilized society are simply rights of the people and the students. For us to come and be commissioning chairs and this, I don't believe in commissioning, so I will not commission anything. Because commissioning chairs will be an indictment on the responsible government. Because ab initio, it is the right of our students to have basic education and qualitative education.
For the state chairman of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, the gesture will add value to the learning process.
You can see that our government is making education to flourish very well. This is no more a lip saying. We can see what is happening today. Today, we can say Ekiti State, among the 36 states, is one of the states that all students and pupils are entitled to their own private chairs and lockers.
In the first phase of the exercise, 1,000 units of chairs and lockers will be distributed to public secondary schools, while 684 units of plastic chairs and tables will be procured for primary schools. The state government says this allocation of school furniture re-echoes its commitment to the upgrade of its education sector.